Hey guys, I just wanted to say thank you for all the positive vibes you guys have been sending me. I appreciate it to every last person. Thank you guys for not judging me and my situation, and thank you guys for sticking along with me during this journey. I appreciate every single one of you, and hopefully one day I can write back to all of you and let you guys know personally how much I appreciate each one of you guys. Thank you. Know that I am not perfect in any way whatsoever. Um, I'm not trying to be. I'm not trying to do what I do for attention. Um, it's mostly about me feeling comfortable in my own skin, really, and exploring my own, you know, light side and shadow side, really. This past year's kind of brought a lot of light to my shadow side. So I'm like, I'm seeing what it has to offer me lesson wise. It's already taught me a lot through, certain vice situations that I've been through. But other than that, I mean, I'm going through a lot of interesting moments, and I'm sure that they're only going to get more intense as time progresses, which is totally fine with me. I'm just kind of like trying to, I don't know, I guess take it all in, or like kind of, I'm learning to accept what's happening to me and not try to force things to happen out of situations where it's kind of like karmic lessons coming to a close, like it's the end of my karma, so it's not really proactive to, keep trying to initiate something that's not necessarily for my path of highest good. I'm learning, and I'm trying, and I'm getting in touch with my sexuality and my sensuality more so now that I don't have a partner, because it's more like before, we were constantly having sex and I never really got to, explore my sexual nature. And that's what I'm kind of doing now that I'm like, single, because I can, you know. I guess, in a sense, I felt there's a lot of sexual energy suppressed the past year, 2 years, year or so, actually. And I, I suppressed a lot of this energy, and I never really knew why. Like I would always have strange, interesting, like, I guess, fantasy visions, whatever. And, I would try to, at one point, I was like, I want to try, not using my sexual energy for necessarily sex, but for spiritual reasons. And it didn't last very long, but now that I'm not using my sexual energy in that sense, I mean, yeah, I like to dress sexy, and I think it's fun, and it makes me feel empowered and very feminine, something that, like, I was always scared to do while in a relationship, because I was always worried about what my husband would think if, he saw me post pictures and, like, something that made me feel good and stuff like that. And it's never really for other people, it's more for me. It's a log of who I am and what I am, and all of my, you know ego, spiritual, everything that is me, everything that is my dualistic nature. And that's kind of what I want to portray, that I'm not necessarily, this God given angel where, people think, oh, you're so perfect and you're so good at everything, and you are, this, putting me above other people, and I don't know how to react in those situations, because I see myself as just like everybody else. We're all on this journey together. Some people know different things than I do, stuff like that. So, like, when people put me on this pedestal, I'm just kind of like, hey, I'm just as human as you are, I have as many human flaws as you do, I give into vice quite often, it's not that I am, viceless or just so full of virtue, I mean, yeah, of course, I promote my virtuous side more than my, I guess, shadow side, whatever, but I also have to recognize that that shadow side is still part of me, so in a sense, my shadow side would definitely be my vanity, my ego, my lust, stuff like that. But it's still part of me. It makes me who I am. And some people will be like, oh, you wear a lot of makeup, blah, 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 you're so vain. But to me, it makes me feel good about myself. It makes me feel like when I take, sexy pictures or sultry pictures, it makes me feel good about myself. To see myself in such powerful feminine energy and like, it's it's amazing to me. It's something that I enjoy doing for me, not for necessarily for other people. And that's what I'm trying to express and trying to, give off with my expression. I I like to express how I feel in pictures. So, when I take a picture and I'm sad, like I really am sad, or like when I take a picture where I'm like dressed all vampy and sexy, and then that's really how I'm feeling that day. It's not like, oh, I'm gonna be sexy and blah blah blah, I don't know, but like it's really how I'm feeling, and it's just my way of channeling energy. And if I could, like if I could, I would have a photographer follow me every day just to take pictures of my expressions, just so like when I'm older I can go back and look at myself as a young, in my early 20s, prime living like life. I can go back and be like, wow, I was, a crazy little fox. And like I think that's so awesome because these are memories, like we don't realize how much we change every single day. And from me just this year, just documenting almost not every single day, but every other day, or every, few days, or every week, some days I won't even think about, getting ready or taking a picture of myself or making myself, look better or whatever. But other days it's just like I feel the need to get all, curl my hair up and get, wear super feminine clothing because it makes me feel good. And it in a sense, I was never ever comfortable in my own skin, and now that I am kind of having to be comfortable in my own skin because I don't have that codependent relationship where I would always, I would never have to worry about how I like presented myself to people because I always had Matt, I was never having to, I mean, since I was 17 years old I was with him, so I never, dated a ton of people as an adult. And now that I'm kind of like, I'm not dating, but I'm not, just hanging out at home. I'm out, I'm going out and, you know, checking out guys. I don't know, it's so weird to say, like, it weirds me out all the time, but like, it just, I feel empowered when I look a certain way. And in a sense, that is who I am, like, my body is my canvas. I have decorated my canvas the way I choose to decorate my canvas. And it doesn't necessarily make me any less spiritual than I already am for it, There's people who don't ever wear makeup or who are never vain and they're still not spiritual. It doesn't necessarily mean, that in that sense. Okay, I think my video is a little too dark now for everybody. I mean, I can move. Let's see. Let's see. We'll do it here. Okay. So, I feel like it's really weird lighting. It's because my laptop sucks. Okay, whatever. So yeah, like, oh, it's cold. 1 second. Okay, sorry. The sun goes down, I get freezing. It's a beautiful sunset though. I don't know why. I'm a sun baby. It's probably because I'm a moon sign. Complementary opposites. You know? So, yeah. It's kind of a random video I decided to make, you know. It's nothing really super important or anything like that. Oh, my flag's falling out. Oh, no, that's not my flag. Okay. Yeah, so, I mean, I've been full of energy all day, and I just haven't had anywhere to channel it because I'm kind of, like, stuck in between, you know, like, during the day I'm so unmotivated, and right when the sun sets, I'm just like, I need to go out, I need to do something, I need to be around people who make me feel good, like, who make me laugh and stuff, and get my mind off of things, because there's been a lot on my mind lately, and not necessarily all bad stuff, just, you know, life stuff and stuff. So, I mean, if I've been posting a lot on my social networks, that's why. It's because I haven't really had much of a life for the past, like, 2 weeks, in the sense that I am, you know, not being super productive like I usually am. You know, I'm not really being super creative. I have been writing a lot, and I have been doing a lot of divination, but other than that, I've just been kind of waiting till I feel a little bit better. But today is kind of like a different day. Like, ever since, well, yesterday, or no, not yesterday, the day before yesterday, the 11, 12, 13, I have been feeling each day more and more positive, and so I'm stoked about that. I'm stoked to be like, get on my feet again and kind of like dust my shoulders off and stand up out of the dirt and get up and, you know, move on and be positive and, you know, just have hope for the future, because that's what it's all about. It's all about the good vibes. And that's what I'm still learning, even though, you know, I go through these lessons over and over, and, you know, it's so simple to follow your bliss, and it's so simple to, you know, state, like, your state of being matters, but it's not, it's easier said than done, for sure. Like, following your bliss, it's not always easy when, you know, you have these predetermined limits, or predetermined limits on, you know, manifesting things, or, you know, getting money to, you need money for this and money for that and blah blah blah. And it's just like, it's getting out of those you have to do this, and just, instead of you need to do this, it's just, I allow this into my life. I allow this manifestation to flourish in my life. I allow abundance to flourish in my life, regardless of what situation or what circumstance I'm in. I allow it into my life. And yes, that was an affirmation. So yeah, yeah, that's pretty much it for today. Not much else. I'm probably gonna go bring Matt soup. He's sick, so I'm being a good friend. Yay me. I don't know why I do this to myself all the time, but I do. But I love him, like, so much. You guys don't understand. Like, I fucked up, but I love him to death. And, I mean, even if we're not together, I'm still grateful that we're friends. And that's all, you know? Like, that's all that matters, is that, you know, we could still be good, even if romantically it didn't work out at the time. You never know what's happened, what the future holds. But until next time, guys, it's really dark, and it's probably really annoying, so I'll let you guys go. Feel free to write me. Feel free to, you know, just say hi. I don't bite, I promise. I'm not as mean as I look. I'm not mean at all. I'm extremely passive. I realized that today. I'm pretty passive in actual real life situations. I'm pretty passive aggressive on the internet. Unfortunately, sometimes, you know, I have my ups and downs. I'm not trying to offend anybody anytime. Like, I always feel bad when, like, I post something, you know, just ranting, you know, and then someone, like, or some people get offended and start telling me off and stuff. And I don't mean to have bad intentions. I don't mean to like say stupid shit and like, hurt people's feelings or stuff like that. It's not that. It's just at that point in time, I have this built up energy and like slight aggression, and you know, a way to express and release that energy is to, rant on Facebook or whatever, because I don't know, I'm the type of person that likes to be heard, even if it's just one person, like, but I'm always interested in seeing what other people have to say about stuff like that, because, you know, it it's my opinion, but I like to hear other people's opinions also, because, like, I never say, oh, well, you're wrong for doing that. I just want to hear, like, well, why do you feel this way for that reason, Because it does give me insights into, what other people feel and what other people think too. And it could easily shift my perception. Like, oh, I didn't see it like that then, but now I do, and now I understand where you're coming from, in the sense that even though I don't fully agree with you and your opinion, and you don't fully agree with me and my opinion, at least we can find a common ground between each of our opinions, and not necessarily deem one ignorant or one wrong, because that's not what it's about. Everybody has different opinions on everything, but I mean, I guess that's just more apparent on social media networks and stuff like that. But okay, 16 minutes is a long time, so I love you guys. I will see you guys hopefully this week. I'm trying to vlog more, so thanks for watching. I appreciate you all. I love you all. Namaste. Light and love. From my heart to yours. Write me. I love you guys. I do.